I basically just woke up, so hopefully that's not too noticeable in my voice. But I have been hyperfixating a lot on Dark Souls 2. I have 2 entire scripted videos recorded. I just need to write the scripts for those. Like I have the gameplay recorded. But I thought of a playthrough that I wanted to do last night, and it is currently Thursday. I have 2 days to make this video. Hopefully I can figure it out, but I want to use the Key to the Embedded. So, obvious name. Now, I believe it has basically only dexterity scaling, and I want to use the rapier to get there because, obviously, it occurs to me that I'm not going to be able to convincingly make this character, so I'm just going to do something that I like instead. Good enough. I'm not good at character creation, but probably going to be green the whole time anyway. So the main reason I even wanted to do this playthrough in the first place is because nobody else has. I haven't seen anybody else do a full playthrough of this game with this weapon. Now, obviously you get it after the Shrine of Amana, but with how Dark Souls 2 is laid out, that's not really an issue because you can just farm the Rotten a bit. So the only bosses we need to beat are the Rotten, the Twin Dragon Riders, and the Mirror Knight, or the Looking Glass Knight rather. And then we can kill the Demon of Song. I almost got the letters backwards because that's how I usually say it as a bit. Anyway, once we do that, we can get our weapon, which will be, super easy to achieve, right? So the route that I'm looking at right now is going and cheesing the Dragon Rider for some souls, going to Malincha to buy the Fragrant Branch, and then buying the Cat Covenant Ring as well, going down and killing the Rotten a few times, and that should pretty easily get us through the rest of the game. There's not too much specifically build preparation I want to do. I want to take out the Dragon Rider specifically so I can get the Rotunda Lockstone so I can buy Dark Weapon, get a few extra souls, but also to more easily get the souls to buy the Cat Covenant Ring and the Fragrant Branch from Malincha and all that, as well as get the Silver Serpent Ring from Malincha so that I can get more souls from the Rotten, because the Key to the Embedded, you can't upgrade it at all. That's kind of its thing. It's not really a gimmick because it's not supposed to be used as a weapon, but as is, it's not a terrible weapon. The main downside is just that you can't upgrade it, right? So you have to rely on scaling, but it has A scaling and dexterity. And if you use that on top of like a Ring of Blades, Flynn's Ring, and then maybe the Dark or Lightning Clutch Ring with weapon buffs, because you can't infuse it, you have to use buffs. I think you can use weapon buffs. I'm not actually sure. You might only be able to use Pine Resins. I am looking forward to using this weapon because I've never seen anybody else use it. I think this will be an interesting playthrough at least. And admittedly, this format was heavily inspired by Yasmania, of all people. If you have ever watched Yasmania, that should be extremely obvious. I've been watching a lot of him recently because I've been hyperfixating on Dark Souls 2 because of the couple playthroughs that I've recorded recently. Did I light the bonfire in Majula? Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna do anything risky. I could do the jump. I can make it. I know I can make it. I do it consistently. But frankly, I don't trust myself right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll. And nice and easy. Take out Lycia. I think that's her name. I don't actually remember. And rest so that the Rotunda Lockstone actually spawns. Okay, I did light the fire. That's good. And obviously I'm going to use ascetics to refight the bosses that I am killing in order to get the weapon, which in this case will basically only be the Rotten, the Twin Dragon Riders, and the Looking Glass Knight. The Demon of Song, you can rekill it. It doesn't give you a second key, so unfortunately I can't power stance them, as cool as that would be. You can only ever have one key in your inventory at a time, barring cheating. I might grab another greatsword, but to be honest, I think just using the one key on its own would be better. That kind of fits the theme of the run a little bit better. Solo a Proud Knight. Nice, that's what I like to see. As clarification, I am not good at Dark Souls 2, especially compared to my, I don't know, relative level of skill at Dark Souls 1. I've played Dark Souls 1 for well over 1,000 hours. I have put less than a third of that into Dark Souls 2. I'm going to fall over. Case in point. And while I still have played about 300 hours of Dark Souls 2, I'm not even, like, the time that I have in Dark Souls 1 confuses me a lot in a lot of ways, because the way the two games don't particularly overlap can mess with how my brain recognizes how to play the game. So, if I suck at the game, that's why. I think the thing that makes me want to do more Dark Souls 2 runs is the amount of ways you can actually go through Dark Souls 2. Like, obviously, you can do the Million Soul Farm, or you can go straight to the... Like, I just love the amount of ways that you can play Dark Souls 2 as opposed to Dark Souls 1. As much as I still love Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2 definitely has a lot going for it. Branch. I would buy a Brightbug, but I don't trust myself enough to be able to use Brightbugs effectively. Maybe just in case, you know, for maybe a boss that I have difficulty with. Anyway. Blow up the wall. I've never seen anyone go down to Kale by dropping there. It's so much faster. I would, like, watching Asmania, he jumps like over to the platform on the very far side, which works, but it's so much slower. Did I grab a bone? Okay, yeah. Didn't use that bone. Head down here. There's a scimitar. Do all weapons do counter damage in this game? It's not just thrusting weapons like in Dark Souls 1? Because I know the Leo ring does specifically thrusting counterattacks, but also it occurs to me that the key to the embedded, one of its like perks is that it does extra counter hit damage, but it's a great sword, right? That's really interesting. I don't know. Maybe it does do thrusting damage or something, and I'm just misremembering. This could end very poorly, but might as well try. He probably won't do bad damage to me. Well, no, I can kill him before he even stands up. Ring of Thorns for Creighton later for the engraved gauntlets, because obviously I have to use the engraved gauntlets. This format is inspired by Asmania after all. And I specifically picked up the Fragrant Branch from Melentra because I want to go into the forest to get a bunch of souls there. Because there are like 40,000 souls or something just scattered around, which of course learned from Yasmania. Basically all my knowledge on this game has been learned specifically from him. Should have upgraded my weapon. It's just one skeleton, come on. How hard can it be? Painful. No, are you kidding me? Jesus. Full vessel for later, just in case. I guess I could have gotten the branch doing the jump in the forest, but I also don't really trust myself to be able to make that jump, to be honest. Anyway, just from inexperience, I have blind faith in the rapier, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that instead of the short sword or whatever. I know the rapier is good, so I'm happy to use it. None of the wikis list requirements. I don't think it has requirements, so I'm just gonna level up my dexterity a bit to get that damage. And also ADP, because I'm not good at the game. Go pick up souls so I can buy the cat ring. Put under the gutter and we can start fighting Rotten. Pardon me. Oh my god, he styled on me! I forgot he could do that. Gonna smack some of these trees. Specifically to make it a little bit easier to grab the Chloranthy ring +1, because I feel like I'm gonna be wearing this the whole game. Did I successfully distract them? I did! Wow, I'm proud of myself. Ow. There's a soul of a brave warrior. That's already a good chunk of souls. And there are several more of those scattered around, which is this one right here. Night chunk for later. There's another one, and then another one. There is another one somewhere, but I genuinely just do not remember where. But this many souls should be more than enough to get the ring, and especially after a bit of grinding some levels into dexterity or whatever for damage. Probably a little bit more ADP, because I'm bad at the game. There's the cat ring. I'm gonna die in one shot to the Rotten anyway, so a little bit of ADP goes a long way. We're on the cat ring before I forget to. This might actually kill me. I might need to use an effigy. Yeah, okay. I didn't heal. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Oh, wait a second. I need to go a different direction. I don't want to go through the rats. Okay, I believe the first drop is the longest, so I should survive this, no problem. Yeah. Oh. God damn it. Jesus, there we go. I'm gonna fall trying to get off of this. Okay. Finally. My god. Okay, good. I one-shot these guys. That makes this easier than it would be. Okay, no longer have to worry about surviving falls, so dying is a relative non-issue at this point. Oh my god, I forgot how many poisons. Okay, there we go. Doesn't matter if I get poisoned, the bonfire's right here. Hey, nothing broke. That's surprising, actually. Forlorn. This is a terrible place for Forlorn. Are you kidding me? That's so unfortunate. Ugh. Ugh, Jesus. Okay, success. Oh, come on, really? Ugh. Go! Please. Please go away. I don't like you being that close to me. I know you're not going to attack me, but it still makes me unnecessarily uncomfortable. Oh, okay. Well, that's one down. Use the Rotunda Lockstone. If anything's going to kill me, it's probably going to be... Oh my god. Probably going to be the giant basilisk down here, but we'll see. Oh my god. Hey, I'm fine. That worked out shockingly well. Might be a little bit poisoned for this, but that's fine. As long as it's not, like, incredibly fast poison. Oh. Nice. I am shocked that didn't kill me, if I'm being honest. And with that, it should be a little bit easier to get the Watch Dragon Parma for a drop chance. Oh my goodness. Owie. Ow. There we go. Watch Dragon Parma for that extra item drop chance. I can head down into the gutter and start farming for large shards and chunks from the hand thingies. Can I push Victor down? Probably. I tried hard enough. Ow. Ow. Jesus, that second one came out so fast. What was I supposed to do? I don't know the moveset of this thing. You know that backstabs are easy and do a lot of damage, though. Ow. There we go. Nice and easy. There we go. Gonna break a few statues along the way, just to make my life a little bit easier. Oh my god, what? That did so much damage. What was that? Tell. Okay, well. Alright. Plus 10. We're in time. I don't know if I need any more endurance, but I will eventually. Oh, 9 souls. Perfect. Now I need to get the goddamn DLC key. I'm definitely leaving the Company of Champions before I do that. Bling blow, Flynn's mother ring. Sorry, I feel like I'm legally obligated to say that at this point. Flynn's ring is making going back through here way easier, Jesus. Lightning Clutch ring for later, just in case. And a couple more Bonfire Ascetics, and there are a few more up in the Cave of the Dead. Baldur's Gate 4, 5? My video count? Not really any roll catches on the rapier, fortunately. There we go. Let's see if I can remember where the ascetics are and the bright bugs too. If I am not worried about being petrified after I get the ascetics. Here, and then this way? This way. Well, there's the bright bugs. So I guess either way I'm getting both of them. Pardon me. Pardon me. Jesus. Excuse me. There it is. Fire ascetics. Bone. Faster, please. Okay, we're good. Alright, now I just kill the rotten several more times. Only took 2 kills with the rotten to get 1,000,000 soul memory. Only a couple more bosses till I can get my weapon. One of my favorite things about how you can get 1,000,000 soul memory to go through the— Are you kidding me? Piss off. Jesus. To go through the Shrine of Winter is you have to manually open the door when you do it manually instead of— or, you know, get the 1,000,000 soul memory instead of killing the 4 lords. I think that's a really interesting difference that they did that they really did not have to do. Grab the frozen flower for later. What? This guy comes alive? I've never noticed that. Admittedly, I am a little bit worried about Shrine of Amana, but I don't think it should be too much of an issue. Worst case scenario, I put on Gaur's Ring of Protection, but I should be able to take out the sorcerers and the— I don't even remember what they're called, the other guys, before they're too much of an issue. Twin Dragon Riders should also be probably pretty funny. Whisper of Despair probably isn't necessary, but again, funny. If I can hit both of them. Nice. Whoa. Come over here. Faster. Okay. Not bad. I mean, I know I'm using a infamously busted weapon, but... Okay, well, if I could see the health bar... I will not die to the Twin Dragon Riders today. Of all the bosses to die to, absolutely not. That was very close. ADP saved me. I knew I should have leveled up ADB as much as I did. Okay. Here we go. Counter hits on the Dark Breath is really funny. Ordinarily, our weapon would be used on the guy right here, but obviously we're going to be using it as a weapon. I can't imagine Looking Glass Knight will be particularly difficult, but there's a chance I'd die to any boss at this point. Do I have time? I hope his shield didn't block that. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's good damage. Wow. Okay, extremely easy. Had nothing to worry about. I would grab Sunlight Blade now, but I could also just grab it later, and I think it'll be easier if I grab it later once I have the main weapon. Forlorn? God damn it. That's such a terrible place for Forlorn. Are you kidding me? I'm getting Forlorn in the worst places in this playthrough. I don't think I've ever been invaded by Forlorn here. Go away! Piss off! God damn it. Shrine of Amana isn't hard, but it's incredibly annoying when you get invaded by Forlorn. The 2 worst places possible in the entire playthrough. Does she only invade once? I thought she kept invading if you died to her. That makes my life much easier. If I would have known that, I probably would have intentionally died. Either way. The Shrine of Amana isn't so bad. Unless you get invaded by Forlorn, I suppose. Pardon me. Excuse me. The boss run also isn't difficult. I used to have issues with this, but you can just go around out here, and then there's not really any threats on the way to the boss. You get invaded, obviously. Oh, I've never been hit by that, actually. You do get invaded by a Kindler here. A Kindler? I don't know. But if you just run, they won't actually catch up to you. I've never actually been hit by Kindler like that. That's crazy. Dark weapon. I think it's resistant to dark, but damage is damage, so whatever. Up my last life gem. I should probably buy more. I don't know. I don't know how important they'll be. What are you doing? What? What is happening? I've never seen it do that attack like that. Oh my god. Okay. That's pretty good damage. 2 cycles. If I can get the same number of attacks off. No. Didn't have enough stamina because I didn't approach quickly enough. This is the attack that I was expecting. Why did it jump like that? I can't believe I got hit by the Demon of Song twice. Oh, there we go. Now we have our weapon. Finally. I was going to keep going, but I do want the Ring of Blades, so I'm going to go get that first. Obviously, I can't upgrade or buff or infuse the weapon, so Macduff is going to be useless to us. Yeah, there it is. Wait, what are the requirements? 15 strength? Okay, well, the internet didn't say anything about requirements, so I didn't really worry about that, but I should be able to get at least a couple levels in strength to be able to two-hand it for a little bit. Oh, it's just the, like, Greatsword moveset with flourishes. Okay, I don't know why I expected it to have a more unique moveset. I have no idea how to use this moveset, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I don't know. Or combos, R1 or 2. I would love to power stance this. It would be a lot of fun to power stance, but unfortunately you can only get one at a time. Even if you use an ascetic, it'll only give you one. So if I go use it and then burn an ascetic and then kill the Demon of Song again, it will give me another key, but I can only have one in my inventory at a time. I wonder if I could circumvent that by putting it in the box. I don't know. I'll try it at some point, I'm sure, but for now I want to get the Ring of Blades. Okay, I'm gonna do the first Pursuer fight if I can. I mean, as Pursuer, I'd be shocked at myself if I couldn't. I'm definitely gonna try it. Damage isn't terrible, but I'm also at the very beginning of the game, and 369 AR doesn't seem that promising. um, hopefully the moveset makes up for that, and I can do a bit of damage, but either way, worst case scenario, I use weapon buffs. Oh, wow, okay, not as good damage as I would prefer, but yeah, I don't know. I do still have Dark Weapon and all that. I wish I could infuse it with, like, Mundane or something. I don't know. Or at least Dark, give it a little bit more AR. Maybe Lightning. One Dark, one Lightning with Power Stance would be so cool. I don't know. I guess there are other weapons with this moveset, but either way. Pursuer. Version 1.0 down. Actually, what's the AR boost on that? Oh, I forgot to get up. Oh my god. Okay, current AR is 371 with a little bit more strength. And then once I replace this with the blades, we get 391, 20 more AR. That's pretty good actually for the Ring of Blades. This weapon does look really good. As much as the AR is not super amazing, it does look really cool. Alright, let's see. Last Giant. Can't imagine this will be too terrible, but we'll see. For Despair, I don't know if I should have done that immediately, but it's okay, we got it. Oh, its arm fell off. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. That is a good omen. It is weak to dark, but I mean, so are a lot of other bosses, so that'll be good. It occurs to me that the allure of this weapon is more the counter damage than the raw AR. And I know it was used in PvP a little bit by quite a few people, as well as speedruns of all things. So we'll see how useful the counter damage ends up being in PvE of all things. But actually, 200 more damage? Jesus Christ. That's crazy, actually. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to learn how to take advantage of counter damage with a Greatsword moveset, but I think that'll be a fun exercise at the very least. Alright, my favorite boss in this game. I still need to level up my strength a little bit to be able to use this one-handed, but again, I don't think that moveset will be incredibly useful. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. You know, maybe I underestimated this. Okay, if I could hit, Jesus, the range definitely leaves something to be desired. Either way, I am absolutely not complaining about that. Can I hit from here? Probably, if I aimed it right. See if I can take out all three on the starting platform. I'm really bad at that, but we'll see. Okay, Jesus, that counter damage. My god. Okay, well, maybe not if they're gonna jump down like that. This is the other one? I don't know where this other one's gonna jump up, and I'm too scared to look. Everything's fine. Easy. God damn. The counter damage is actually crazy. That's over 200 more damage. Wow. Okay, super easy. Yeah, the scaling is pretty terrible. 2 levels in strength for one more AR is not great, and I'm over the soft cap for dexterity, so... Alright, Sinner shouldn't be too difficult to get counter hits on. Oops, I didn't go the correct direction. This is not good. Everything's fine. Normally I run directly up the stairs and then straight to the lever, and that tends to work pretty well. Let's see if it works even though the Flexile Sentry is in the wrong spot. Okay, things are going fine. Uh-oh. Okay, you missed. That's cool. No Whisper of Despair. It doesn't look like I need it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god! The counter damage. That's wild. 700 from 300 more damage. That's crazy, actually.
Jesus. Okay, well, as much as I still think the DLC might be a little difficult, I am having fewer inhibitions about Alon specifically. I can't imagine I'll need Dark Weapon for the Rat Troop, but I mean, might as well because it's funny, right? Hopefully the statues don't get in the way, but this moveset seems to avoid that pretty easily. Very good single target weapon. I can't imagine this will do great in groups, but there aren't really many instances where groups will be important. This is one of the few, and I mean, it's the Rat Troop, so... Oh wow, that's so much less damage than I was expecting. I mean, no counter hits on him, which makes sense, but oh well, easy enough. And since I'm here, I might as well go ahead and fight the Rotten right now, since I want to do all bosses with this thing. And this will give me plenty of souls to get to the levels that I need to use, like Sunlight Blade and whatever. And max out my Dark Weapon damage as well. I'm nearly there. I'm like 2 levels short. I can't imagine those extra couple levels will matter that much. I think Rotten is resistant to Dark, but I mean, the Rotten, so does that tiny bit of extra damage really matter? Hitting the helmet is so disappointing. Is that a counter hit? I actually have no idea. I'm gonna assume it is. Good damage, at least. Like it's a counter hit, but still good damage. Oh, his arm came off. Not the one that would make it easier if it came off, but one of his arms did come off. Ugh. Still got hit by this stump. This is tragic. The item in the middle of the boss fight, because why not? For fun. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, yeah, the 700 damage is absolutely a counter hit. That was less than 500 on a non-counter hit. Not, like, bad, but definitely not nearly as good. Oh my god, I can't believe this. This is awful. Help. Maybe I should have grabbed the RTSR ring. And yes, I'm calling that as a bit. Don't worry, I don't actually think it's called the RTSR ring. Red Tearstone ring. I think Whisper of Despair wore off, so pop that again. Oh god. My greed. Oh, okay. Unchecked greed almost took me out again. Oh, Dark Weapon wore off. Are you kidding me? That was very lucky that he didn't do anything to kill me in that time. I would have cried if I had died to the Rotten there. Get a little bit more towards using Sunlight Blade. I might as well go grab that now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, that was pretty easy to get. I'm not sure why I was worried about that. It occurs to me that I completely forgot to grab the Dark Clutch ring, so I'm gonna go do that real quick. There we go, pretty easy to get. I gotta kill Rona so I can get in Great Gauntlets later. Let's see if I can this first try. And I guess I don't need to kill her, but I'm going to, because this would be way harder if I didn't. Okay, that was not even remotely difficult. Never mind. Our damage is probably going to be a little bit mediocre on Najka, considering all the attacks that you can get counter hits on pretty easily. She's gonna have that increased defense from like when she stabs her tails into the ground. Okay, let's see. Yeah, not terrible. I mean, it is just Najka. But yeah, like she has increased defense here. So while that... Oh, I guess we did get a counter hit. Not as many counter hits as I'd like to get, but better than nothing. Okay, wow, goddamn, never mind. The counter hit on the R2 is good. Jesus, that's another, like, almost 100 damage. I don't know why I haven't been using R2s Really wish the Leo ring worked for counter hits on non-thrusting attacks, but I think our damage is just fine. God, going through here almost always gives me a panic attack. Ugh, I hate it so much. I think it's fine. Once I get down to where I carry a torch through, it stops bothering me, but going through this cave, I never bring a torch because it's one tiny cave and they'll never actually attack me, but it still bothers me so much. I hate it. Probably not going to get a ton of counter hits here, but I don't think it's going to matter, given the fact that it's Magus and Congregation. Yeah. I don't know that this weapon is super great for crowds like this, but the R2 is probably going to be better than the R1 if I can... Okay, maybe not for the guys on the ground. I don't know. Not a super great weapon for this, but it's kind of hard to have a bad weapon for this fight, either way. Darn, not a one-shot. Not even close to a one-shot. Jump down here. Oh, that's not where I meant to land. And Creighton should be in here. Once we killed Pate. There he is. And then we give him the ring. And then he gives us the key. And we can go ahead and get the engraved gauntlets with that. What's with this basilisk with no eyes? I always kind of forget it's here. And then spontaneously I'll remember and just not understand why that one specifically doesn't have eyes of death. What's up with that? Oh, I forget the after death stab. Jesus. Then we break open this door. Use the key in here. There we go. Engraved gauntlets. I should put on actual armor too, but I don't know. That's kind of boring, right? God damn it. Forlorn again? How are you in every single one of the worst possible... Go away. Stop invading me. Jesus. Stop it. Now I need to kill Forlorn again. Meanwhile, I'm on the brink of having a panic attack. Jesus Christ. How every single one of my worst possible spots for him to invade, or for her to invade? For them to invade, has been awful. Like, every single one. I don't understand. I was gonna say something about the fact that I need to carry a torch through here and into the boss fight, otherwise I have a panic attack. But this makes for better content, I guess. Come back here. Whoa. My god, okay. Hopefully, we don't get too many more Forlorn encounters here. I'm gonna carry the torch all the way down into the Freya fight, because, once again, if I don't, I'm almost definitely gonna get a panic attack. Oops. Of course. I just went the wrong way. I completely forgot which way I usually go to get down here. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's not bad at all. I mean, it's not good. It'd be a lot better if I had Dark Weapon or whatever, but that's certainly not terrible. The R1, I think, is just better than the R2 for DPS purposes. But, like, that's so much better than I was expecting it to be, if I'm being honest. Yeah, without the counter hit, it's only 200 damage a hit, but that's still not awful at all. Come on. Oh my god. The greed did not pay off, unfortunate. There we go. That time it paid off. At this point, my lightning AR might actually be better than my dark AR, but I don't know how to check that. Actually, I guess I can see my lightning and dark bonus, huh? Okay, no, my dark bonus is a tiny bit higher, so I guess it kind of just depends on the boss at this point. You know, maybe I should have used lightning on Skeleton Lords, but I kind of forgot to change it. I don't know. It's Skeleton Lords. It shouldn't matter. It occurs to me that the one-handed moveset might be more useful just because the strength scaling really isn't there. And the one-handed moveset, especially on the R1s, is a lot faster, but the two-handed moveset I feel like is better for groups, especially with the running attack. So, I don't know. I think it just is very context dependent. Generally, though, like that one-handed moveset is very fast. And again, that strength scaling just doesn't matter. It's mostly the counter hits that are getting me my damage, right? So, I don't know how patient I need to be with the Skeleton Lords. This one summons the most, so as long as I get rid of this horde, everything should be fine. Oh my god. Hey. Here we go. That's satisfying, at least. Just the two bone wheels, who would be significantly more dangerous in Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 and 3 kind of neutered bone wheels. They're not really dangerous anymore. Pretty sure the majority of bosses from here out are more weak to lightning than dark, so I'm just going to equip Sunlight Blade for the rest of this. At least the majority of the rest of this. Of course, I'm sure there will be exceptions like Ancient Dragon. Time to commit Yuri if she does the thing. Please? Oh, don't smack me. Oh my god. Anti-Yuri, man. Go away. He's jealous. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh, oops. Chime. Hopefully I don't get attacked for taking that long. Okay, we're good. We'll probably heal in case he hits me. Covetous is easy, but I don't trust myself to completely avoid getting hit. since he has some funky animations. Oh, well, okay. That's unfortunate. I didn't know he could attack with his tail. That's completely new knowledge to me. Oh, goddamn. The R2. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay, well. Alright, I can't imagine Myth is going to be that difficult. Potential more Yuri, but I don't actually know what the tell for the grab attack looks like, so unfortunately I won't be able to induce the Yuri this time. Only one cast of Sunlight Blade is unfortunate. For longer fights, regardless of their weakness, unless it's like specifically resistant to dark, then I might have to specifically bring Lightning Weapon. Oh my god. Oh my god. That range was so much bigger than I was expecting. Jesus Christ. Okay, well. Evidently, I don't know Dark Souls 2 as well as I know Dark Souls 1. That damage is wild. Okay, I guess Lightning or Sunlight Blade is carrying quite a bit here, but that's still crazy damage either way. And of course, have to hit him with the Ballista. Everyone always complains about the Smelter Demon run back, but to be honest, it's not that bad. Especially once you realize that you can run past this one while it's drawing its arrow. I don't know. Generally not that difficult, especially compared to what people say. Hopefully I can get this off before he attacks. Whoa! Ow. That wasn't nearly as much damage as I was expecting. Hit him with the Whisper of Despair. And see what our damage is like. Ooh, okay. Not bad. I really need to be careful about that stamina. I need to get more stamina. Gonna blow up? Yes, you are. I'm not sure exactly what counts as counter timing for Smelter, to be honest. I guess I'll find out. Oh, that's absolutely counter damage. Jesus. Oh my god. I am not complaining about that damage at all. Uh-oh. I am complaining about that damage, though. Get away. Everything's fine. Be a little bit more careful. And a little bit less greedy. Explosion. There we go. In there. Oh, Sunlight Blade wore off already? Oh, right, because I don't have 54 faith yet. Oh well. Don't need it at all. Jesus. That was... You know, I was expecting this weapon to do so much worse with the amount of AR you have with it. Because, like, what is it? Like 300 something? Yeah, 392. That's not super high AR, but when you're learning to... Once you learn to take advantage of the counterattacks and everything, it's kind of crazy what you can do with it. Pursuer is really easy to get counter hits against, just because his moveset is very much designed around positioning. Once you understand that positioning, you know, once you can beat Pursuer relatively consistently, you can get counter damage really easily. So if you're using a weapon that can take advantage of that, like this weapon, you know, get tons and tons of damage. Really nice. 9 more damage. That's not bad at all. Wait, I didn't do that math right. 15 more damage. Jesus. All right. Old Iron King time. I mean, probably the easiest of the 4 lords. Counter hits should be pretty easy to get. I assume counter hits, or his hand just being on the ground counts as counter hits, right? I would hope. Don't get hit by that, please. Yeah. Wow. Not bad damage at all. Not incredible, admittedly. But were also R1s. I want to see the R2. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Jesus. This game was supposed to be hard. And there it is. Easy. My god. Time to clean up some optional bosses around the game, I guess. Alright, Old Dragon Slayer. Oh, I probably should have used this before entering, but it's probably fine, right? Hey, give me a second. Thank you. That's actually so nice of you. Wow, Ornstein's being chill today. Ooh, okay. And counter, that wasn't even a crit, or a crit. It was a crit, not a counter. Jesus. That's wild damage. I wonder what a crit counter on an R2 would look like. I'm very excited to get one of those, hopefully. Okay, Flexile Sentry Time. This one should be funny. I think it's weak to lightning, and counter damage should be pretty easy to get, so let's see what we get here. Let me in! Are you kidding me? You... Whisper of Despair. Two-hand, and this should be a counter? Oh my goodness. Okay. Very difficult boss fight. I'm terrible at the gargoyles, so might as well try and get them out of the way. Alright, let's see if I can successfully do this without dying. I don't know, like I'm doing good damage, so it shouldn't be that difficult, but this is probably the boss that I find hardest for base game Dark Souls 2. I don't know. I don't even find many DLC bosses that difficult. Okay, 2 hits. 3 hits? 2 counter hits on R2 isn't the worst. If I can actually land those counter hits, at least. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Gotta be patient, which I'm not good at, with gargoyles specifically, at least. Come on. Oh, owie. There we go. R2, R2. Nice. I think that was a crit, too. Crits kind of just replace counters sometimes. Instability damage, I think. Does Dark Souls 2 even have instability damage, actually? I'm not sure. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Okay, cool. Almost hitless. I got hit once into a combo, but otherwise, not too bad. There we go. Maxed out lightning bonus, and duration on Sunlight Blade. I guess I want more endurance, and then I'll start going into vigor. Alright, Executioner's Chariot. I'm not gonna pop Sunlight Blade till we get to the actual boss, obviously. I'd probably run out before I reach it. Be too difficult, though. I have 24 ADP, that should be more than enough, right? He says that she's absolutely awful at dodging in this game. Okay, actual boss time. Hey, perfect. That means easy, free damage. It's all counter damage, too. Okay. One more. Nice, easy. Way easier than I was expecting it to be, honestly. Almost completely forgot about the Royal Rat Authority. As long as I can deal with the dogs quickly, this shouldn't be too bad. I don't think the running attack will be able to hit the dogs very easily. I don't know, I guess I could grab a bow, worst case scenario. Oh, okay. Nope. No problems. Come on. There we go. Stamina. Where's the... Oh my goodness. How did you get over there? Okay. See if I can... Sunlight Blade, Whisper of Despair real quick. Oh goodness. Jesus, stop. Give me half a second. My god. There we go. Okay. Now we win. Ugh, I don't know that timing at all. I feel like I should by now, but I just do not. Okay. Yeah, good damage. This shouldn't be too bad. Hey, I dodged it that time. Might be worth offhanding the Blossom Kite Shield or whatever it's called. There we go. Easy. Or at least getting more endurance levels. That'd probably help more than enough. Burn an Ascetic for the Twin Dragon Riders. On my blade. Be able to use Whisper of Despair just as easily as the first time. And... Nice. Ooh. Nice. That's good damage. Yeah, not incredible. Not, I mean, as good as the Rapier, but that was also New Game. I don't know how much New Game Plus matters. I think if it's anything like Dark Souls 1, New Game Plus matters a lot more than New Game Plus Plus, right? But I also don't know how similar to Dark Souls 1 the New Game scaling is. That said, this isn't difficult either way. It's Dragon Riders, right? Oh, please don't say anything. My ego can't take it. And then I set a cure for Looking Glass Knight. And one more here. Finally bring it back around to Demon of Song. You know, I can't believe I almost forgot to kill the Rotten. Whoa, I just spawned here. And he's just here? I thought you had to light the bonfire for him to show up. Okay, well, it looks like I'll actually be able to fight Aldia this time, which is good. Pardon me, please. I don't know what... Okay, well, I was gonna say I don't know what triggers them to actually move. I think standing close like that does help. Okay, well...
I would not get trapped in a corner. Right. We only have a few base game bosses left. There's this guy, there's Vendrick, there's Dragon, Ancient Dragon, there's Giant Lord. Kinda it. Oh, Dark Lurker. I think that's it. I don't expect any of them to be particularly difficult, especially when I'm not exclusively relying on Dark. Velstadt shouldn't be too difficult to get counter hits on, too. I have no idea if that was a counter. Okay, that's a counter. There we go. Gotta be careful about my stamina. I do have 20 stamina now, which is better, but not as much as I would for... what the? That's good damage, even while he's buffing? That's crazy. Very easy Velstadt fight. Wow. Oh, and I completely forgot about Guardian Dragon. I took my Chloranthy ring off at some point without noticing it. That should make these fights where I'm running out of stamina a little bit easier. Wow. I'll grab RTSR, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have anything to replace. Oh wait, no, I guess I could put on... I haven't had the clutch rings on this whole time. What am I doing? Alright, Guardian Dragon time. I mean, it's weak to lightning. I actually put on the lightning clutch ring this time, so... Let's see what kind of damage we're working with. Okay. That's very good damage. Could probably do it in 6 hits if I was careful about only getting counter damage. Oh, come on. Really? There we go. Easy. Now that I have Velstadt's Soul, I am very tempted to get Sacred Oath. The only problem with it is that I would need 4 more attunement slots for that. And I don't know if the, would it be like 17 levels in attunement would really be worth that. And I really don't want to do any rotten farming right now. Maybe once I get to the Giant Lord, but I don't know. We'll see. These are some of the easiest Prince Sharon fights I've ever had, just because she's so aggressive that the counter damage is extremely useful for her. Might as well fight him now. Don't really have any reason not to. Get the Ashen Mistharp in case I change my mind. Buff. And Pedicure. Alright, not super great damage, but obviously that's not counter damage, so... What is happening? Oh, he's starting with this? Okay. Oh, that's... good counter damage at least. Okay. I think that was a crit as well. I knew I was going to get a crit R2. A crit counter R2 at some point. I wonder if the R1 is just better for DPS here. Just because it takes so much less stamina. I don't know. Maybe the R2 is better. I know you can hit him in the head and it does more damage or whatever, but this is easier and I'm bad at the fight, so... Damn, really? Okay. Lots of good attack opportunities here. Okay, I have no idea if it was standing up to breathe fire or to fly away, but either way. Very easy Ancient Dragon fight, wow. Really? Forlorn again? Jesus Christ. As I was about to enter the memory, too. Tried to juggle me, but the game mechanics didn't allow for it. Alright, Giant Lord shouldn't be too bad. I think he's weaker to Dark. Do I need it? Probably not. Now, most of his attacks aren't actually very safe to attack during, right? So I wonder if it's a same situation with Iron King. If I just sit up here, if it'll be easier. Okay. I mean, that's not bad damage at all. Probably would be better with... Ooh, was that a crit? Let's see what it's like down here. Yeah, because like I can attack during that, right? But and the stomps. But then he has like the swipes that have funky hitboxes that are definitely not safe to attack during. I don't know, not that bad. Vendrick should be pretty easy to get counter hits on. I just gotta not get hit because I'll probably get obliterated if I do. Yeah, not bad damage at all. I forgot that I had a follow-up. Okay, we're fine. Always, I don't know, more of a slog of a fight than a difficult one, but this damage definitely doesn't leave anything to be desired in that way. There we go. Easy. I forgot to put on the lightning clutch ring again. Now, I am pretty bad, admittedly, at the Dark Lurker fight, but with this damage, hopefully it won't be too difficult. Alright. I hate doing that run back every time. If I can do this. Oh, good. Great. Great attack to start off with. I guess it's not her most annoying, but definitely not my favorite. Her? I think so. Let's see if I can even get counterattacks. I assume that's going to be a counter, right?
I could have attacked there. That doesn't seem like a counter in terms of just like damage. That's a crit at least. That's a counter. Okay, not much more damage, but it's better. I'm really hoping this split counts as an attack so I can get double counter. Okay, not terrible damage. Not as good as I would prefer. I forgot about that attack completely. Here's the thing. Okay. Just gotta be very careful about this specifically. That does a lot of damage. Are you kidding me? I was rolling. Ugh, I have to do the whole round again. That sure was. Very lingering hitbox. Oh. Maybe be a little bit more careful about that. Nice. Okay. Lots of damage. Okay. Didn't get hit by the explosion this time. That's hopefully a good omen. Ah. I just needed a chance to attack. Goddamn. Okay, a couple more. Whoa. Nice. There we go. Wait, what? You're still attacking? Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Second try. Alright, time for the last few bosses in the base game. Hopefully I can hit both of these two with Whisper Despair. I'm not sure exactly how, because I know that the Watcher dodges? Question mark? No? Oh, it does. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's see damage. I think that was a counter hit. Even if it wasn't, though, that's insane. Even with a counter hit, that's not bad at all. This guy's being passive. Kinda sucks, because, he's the one who's hit with Whisper, but either way. I guess he has the defender. I'm really not good at dodging in this fight. Oh, okay. I don't understand my own range yet, apparently. Damn, that range. Okay, one more. There we go. Heal. My Watcher shouldn't be too difficult with defender down. Okay, if I was careful about my stamina anyway. Good damage, wow. No? No, 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 no. No, no, no. There we go, easy. Alright. Now Chandra should be easier, all things considered. Go to the Curse Orb first. There we go. What? The range is stupid. Okay. Oh my goodness. I didn't think the other Curse Orbs would be hitting me right now. That's annoying. Wait, what is this? Is that an AoE? Looks like it. Okay. Evidently, I do not know Aldia's moveset. She doesn't kill me enough for me to actually know the moveset. Oh my goodness. My hair. Yeah, a lot better with counter damage, obviously, but either way, not bad damage. That's what Sunlight Blade will do, I guess, against a boss like this. You know, maybe I should have waited to cast Lightning Weapon until after his monologue, huh? Oh, well. Okay, do something. I can attack you. Do something faster. Okay, well, yeah, this is fine, actually. Oh, that's so much bigger than I was expecting it to be. Oh, well. Okay, yeah, not terrible. Okay, well, this one isn't going to give me an attack opportunity, so that's kind of rude. Come on. Really? Okay. My Sunlight Blade is going to wear off before I can do meaningful damage. Ooh, 958. Wow. Really? Come on. Can you do this to me? Oh my god. There we go. Worth it. Okay. Yeah, Sunlight Blade has wore off. What? Did he just do a backflip? What just happened? Huh? There we go. Easy. Alright, let's get out of here and finally do the DLC. Normally I'd start with Shulva because it's the easiest and also probably my favorite of the three, but I'm actually really excited to do Ava and Ledenzal and Evolve bosses with this thing. Just because I think it'll be really easy to get counter hits on them with some of their attacks. And I think that'll be an interesting way to experience the fight. Does Aldia not give you souls? I didn't actually know that. Oh, there is actually another base game boss. I almost forgot they're rotten. Agreed. Did it, does that count? You know, the rotten refight bit I think is pretty funny, but that is unfortunate that I died to it like that. Jesus. Alright, time for Ava. Actually, I probably should have entered the arena before I cast that, but I have 4 casts, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I am a little bit worried about durability. This thing doesn't seem to have insanely high durability, but I don't know. It's not terrible. I'm just gonna cast another one of these. Just in case. That might make the difference. Oh, of course. Hey, there we go. Good damage. That attack primarily is the one that I figured would be easy to get counter hits on, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use the R2 for that. Oh, I didn't know that could hit me there. Ugh. Oh, I think that's a counter. Oh my goodness. Whoa, that did so much damage. What the hell? I pressed the roll button. Okay, yeah. Seems like rolling R1s are going to be my best bet here in terms of damage. The second attack was not a counter. That was also not a counter. Okay. Very few opportunities to get counters here. Kind of the opposite of what I expected, honestly, but not bad. Regardless. Oh my goodness, I suck at dodging that. Ah, darn. I was hoping I could kill her before she got that out, but oh well. Easy enough. And not too much to worry about durability. Blood and Zal, and I'm definitely going to have to pop her a repair powder, but that shouldn't be too bad. Alright, Library King. I am terrible at this boss fight, but we'll see how it goes. I feel like this is kind of what they wanted out of the Radon Festival in Elden Ring, but the Elden Ring version was way too easy with the summons and really annoying without, at least to me. I know a lot of people really like fighting Radon without summoning, but I just don't find that fun personally. Why? These guys, the way they choose their targets is so strange. I've never understood it. Like, what? Why did this one attack me? Ugh. Alright. I think... Yeah, there we go. I do want to take out the Charred Lois Knight here first, because the Pyromancer one is by far the most dangerous and annoying. Wait, why me? There we go. Okay. Last time. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad damage at all. I think he's weak to dark, but I'm not exactly positive on that. Hey, crit. Ugh, the hitbox. Ugh, that timing. I don't understand that at all. No, he's dead? That's... Oh my goodness. Oh, he's buffing. Okay, I don't think that counts as counter, unfortunately. Whoa. I don't know this guy's moveset at all. And for the moves that I do know, I don't know the timing to dodge them. Okay, back off. I think I healed too many times there, but that's fine. Hopefully. Okay, maybe not. Jesus. I was not expecting another attack there. Whoa, Jesus. I don't know. It says attacks where he starts far away. That's bad for me. Okay, that one's not great. Good. Yeah, like that. Oh, okay. First try where I actually got to the king, so not the worst, at least. Alright, Leaden's all in. I'm pretty sure they're still weak to dark, just like Ava. Hopefully. This doesn't take too many attempts. Probably should have used a repair powder before going in, but run wasn't too terrible at least. Of course. I'm actually gonna hang back. I'm gonna be careful on Lud so that I can safely be more aggressive with Zolin. Oh yeah, good damage. Wow, really good damage actually. Ooh, that was close. Need to be careful about when Zolin spawns though. Oops, of course. I'm not gonna attack until I know for sure I'm gonna have a safe attack opportunity. Here. Okay, one more. No, come on. Don't do this to me. There it is. Okay. One down. The rest of this fight should be easier. Don't need to be too worried about specific attack opportunities or whatever. I do need to worry about actually attacking though. Hope that hits. Cool. Oh. Oh, of course. I think keeping that range and baiting out the jump attack is very important for getting counterattacks in this fight. Yeah. And then actually landing the attacks. It's also pretty important. Dark weapons out. I don't know if I really need to reapply that, honestly, but I'm going to. The roll attacks. I don't know why that keeps tripping me up on Zolin specifically. It wasn't an issue with Ava or Led. Looks like my durability is going to be largely fine. I think it's about to buff. Yes. Was that counter? I assume that was counter. And there it is. Easy. First try. No problem. I was really excited for this boss, and I'm glad I was. That was fun. Actually, I'm pretty sure that was without the without the dark clutching, because I forgot to split it again. Well, you know, still a fun fight. Alright, time for one of my favorite bosses in the game. I would have said he was my favorite DLC boss, but honestly, this is probably the most controversial take you'll hear about Dark Souls 2 in a long time. I think Lud and Zolin might be my favorite DLC boss. They're very fun. I don't understand why people hate them so much. Like, the run back sucks or whatever, but I don't know. The fight's just good enough to make that not matter for me personally. Anyway. Okay, without counter hits, that's not bad at all. Where's she going? I forgot she could do that. I forgot she attacks sometimes, to be honest. Usually just kind of summons and hangs behind Vel'Shat. Okay, 300 more damage from counter hits. Not bad. Does this count as counter? It absolutely does. Cool. Skeletons are a lot easier to deal with than Vel'Shat, but... Oh my goodness. Neither of them are particularly difficult, because with Vel'Shat you can just kind of ignore him most of the time. Forgot she had an AoE, wow. There we go. Easy. I'm pretty sure Sin is weak to Dark because, like, Alana or whatever. There's a lore reason behind it, but I'm pretty sure Sin is weak to Dark either way. Counter? Not amazing, admittedly, but that was an R1, so maybe the R2 is going to be a little bit better. I'm going to be honest, I'm really not good at Sin, fortunately. Okay, that was absolutely counter damage, but I don't know if I'm even going to have time to land any R2s. Wow. If I have time to attack at all, my god. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get toxic. That's the only time I've ever been toxic during this fight, I think. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, even with their strong attack, that's only like 100 more damage. I really don't think that's worth it. Oh my god. The pillar. Oh, hey, the crit. Hey, thanks. That's good. Maybe use that a couple more times? I'll be happy. Alright, the Toxic Cloud. I forget they persist for so long. Oh, okay. I think I can roll behind it and attack during that, but it's up against the wall, of course, so... Oh, Dark Weapon ran out. Oh god. Cool. I'm sure Whisper of Despair also ran out, but... that's a little bit more difficult to reapply. to make sure it doesn't land on me this time. Whoa, it can do that? I thought it always landed. I had no idea it could follow that up like that. They really need to be careful about not getting toxic now. Well, if it would ever give me a chance to attack, goddamn. Ugh. See, I think Sin is a very controversial, not controversial, but like, some people love him, some people hate him, because he does this sometimes, and then sometimes he's a really fun, cool, unique fight. I've definitely had both experiences, several times each, and this kind of fight is always, yeah, very annoying, regardless of how much I enjoy the good fights with Seath. Sin, not Seath. Ow. Skill issue, but... What? I don't even know how I'm supposed to dodge that one if I'm too close to him. Stop it. Couple more. If I ever get a chance to do them. Wait, it's gonna fireball. Ugh. Okay, we're good. One more? No. One more. There it is. Jesus. Okay, durability was not an issue at all, which I wasn't expecting, to be honest. A Grave Robber Trio, assuming I don't get obliterated by the petrification on the way there. Whoa. I tried to roll the wrong way and everything fell apart. Oh my goodness. Should be able to heal as soon as I get in here, and then hopefully we'll have time for a buff. I'm gonna worry too much. I don't think this one staggers, actually, like the one in the Dark Divers Covenant thing. Which is annoying. Ugh, that goddamn archer. Nope, I'm dead. Okay. Hey, I made it through there a lot smoother that time. I don't really know how to deal with this boss, if I'm being honest. I suppose parrying could work well, but frankly, I'm just not good at parrying in this game. And they have a lot of poise, which is unfortunate. I wonder if it's a better idea to just rush down Sarah back here. Oh my goodness, what? How did she do that? That was kind of impressive. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that almost worked out really well, and then got hit by Sarah, so. Oh god. Stop it. Have less stamina, please. Gotta be careful. Once I get one down, the fight becomes much easier. But before then, this is just kind of a war of attrition, I feel like. Stop it. Keep using your bow. No idea why that wasn't a backstab. Guess I just don't understand where the backstab range is with this attack moveset. With his, not mine. Obviously mine's the same, no matter what the weapon is. Oh my goodness. There we go. There's one. That's a stagger. What? Why? There's another. Hey, whoa. Get back. This isn't your fight. I mean, it is, but it shouldn't be. Oh, of course he's healing. Hey, there we go. Okay, now it's just Sarah, which hopefully shouldn't be too terrible. Actually, probably a good opportunity to use Dark Weapon. Yeah, that's not bad damage. Oh my goodness. It is an annoying moveset, though. Especially when someone else is using a much faster weapon. Okay, not difficult. I just need to actually be patient. There we go. Need the final DLC key. It's the one I don't grab as I'm progressing through the game because I have to specifically go out of my way for it. But do have to get it in the coolest way possible, of course. Alright, 3 of the hardest bosses left. As far as I know, Luke Goulet over here is weak to dark, so I'll keep that equipped, I guess, for all 3. I don't know. This part is actually difficult. I guess I won't be too upset if I fail it, but kind of just have to run with this one and pray. Hey, first try. I'm damageless too. I'm kind of proud of myself for that one. Okay. The hardest one, of course. Well, no, not the hardest. Probably the easiest. Wait, this comes out at a different spot? That's way easier of a run. Wow, I had no idea. Gotta heal instead of buffing. I have time to buff. We're fine. Please. What? I forget this one has different timings. Okay, there's Whisper. Ugh. I'm gonna Estus one more time. As soon as I can. Wait, you're buffing? Oh no, okay. I didn't know it had an AoE. Wait, it did buff. Okay, well, before doing any damage, I guess. Good counter damage at least. Damn, it's buffing up already. That's annoying. Phase 3. Is it time-based? I always thought it was damage-based. I guess it makes sense that it's time-based. What? Why did he do that? Okay. I pressed the roll button, I swear. I didn't know he had different timings for the same moves. I thought he just had completely different timings from the base one, and that was it. I would reapply Dark Weapon, but I really just don't think I have the time for that. Again, I swear I pressed the button. Oh my goodness. I really need an opportunity to heal, please. No. No. I forgot I had an AoE. Oh my goodness. Okay. I won't get hit by that next time, if I die. If there is a next time, which, admittedly, hopefully there isn't. Oh, of course. I think I just need to be more aggressive and, well, I mean, get hit less, obviously. Oh my god, what? Let me out, please. Okay. Jesus. Oh, I forgot. Wait, really? Take it out, please. Come on. I just gotta be patient, really. That's kind of my issue. Being really impatient, being unnecessarily aggressive, really greedy. But I really don't need to be. Okay. Good time to get that, and that should be it. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Alright, Fume Knight. The problem with Fume Knight is that I've never had a playthrough where I've had any difficulty whatsoever with Fume Knight, which means this is going to be the hardest Fume Knight fight I've ever had because it's the only one I've ever recorded. So, let's see how this goes. Ooh, yep, see? Immediately. Okay. The damage really is not bad, though. Especially on the counter hits. Without the counter hits, you know, only 450 or whatever. But 650 is not bad. That was very greedy and unnecessary, and I did not need to take that hit at all. Okay. Wait, really? You're gonna start with this? Oh my goodness. Usually it starts with this attack, which is why I ran in there, but I didn't know he could start with anything else. I've never seen that. Yeah, just don't get impatient, and it won't be an issue, I don't think. Okay, well... also, learn how to dodge the boss, I guess. Jesus. The problem with having an easy time with every fight I've ever had with Fume is that I don't actually know the fight, so when a fight becomes difficult, I just don't know how to respond. Of course, our Dark Weapon isn't adding that much more damage because he's resistant to pretty much everything, so... Well, except Strike, but obviously we're not doing Strike damage, unfortunately. You can follow that up? I had no idea. Well, free counter hit, I guess. Not sure if it would have been counter otherwise. Oh, this is probably not a safe time to heal, but worked out. Wait, I thought he was gonna buff. Why didn't he buff? Okay. I thought he always opened up with an attack. I never knew he just went for it. I don't know, I guess I haven't fought him too many times. This is probably my... Oh, okay. My 5th-ish fight with him, so... There we go. Okay. Never mind. Can I iframe that? No. I should have... I didn't even really have time to get away. That was just an unfortunate string of hits. Okay, watch the stamina. Still not good at stamina management even after this whole playthrough. Oh, crit. Let's go. Big damage. Really? I'm sure that counts as counter damage. Really? Come on. That was probably not a good time to heal, but here we are. Seems to have worked shockingly well, assuming I don't die. Oh. Perfect spacing. Are you kidding me? Again? Come on, man. Thank you for using one of your longest attacks there. That was very fortunate on my part. There we go. Now I dodge it. Really, again? I've learned that one. You can't spam that one now. I don't even know what I got hit by there, to be honest. Uh-oh. And there it is. Easy. Took a few tries, but I got it down. Alright, Sorlan. I don't know if I have time to buff up when I walk in here, actually. Okay, I do. Whoa! And a little, feisty there, Jesus. Of course, no seppuku, unfortunate. I've never actually done Alon hitless. Oh, I forgot you could do that. You know, I feel like Alon feels very similar to Manus for me in terms of, like, learning him and fighting him and all that. Oh, Jesus. Because, like, learning him sucks. But, pure skill issue on my part. But once you learn, I don't know, it's not really that difficult of a fight, and it becomes a lot more fun than during the process of learning. The run back sucks. This is the worst run back in the game. Say what you want about Frigid Outskirts, but you know, at least you can get through that and don't have to deal with too many enemies for one person in this game to handle. Okay, let's try this again. This time actually using Whisper of Despair. Come on. Okay. Well, oh, it didn't hit. What? Hey. Okay, the counter damage is much better. And a crit. Nice. It's a good omen for this fight. I say as I'm definitely 100% gonna lose. Yep, okay. Bad omen. There we go. That's better. Oh, I forgot that buffs him. That's annoying. Oops. Oh my goodness. I survived? Okay, I really don't understand how to react to that, if I'm being honest. Okay, good enough. How long does this buff last? Ah, damn it, I swear I pressed the button that time. Okay, buff's over at least. Oh, but my buff's over too. Ah, damn it, again, I swear I pressed the button. I think what's confusing me is, like, most of the time the timing isn't that strict, but you dodge when you release the button, right? Not when you tap it, just in case you're gonna run. But I'm expecting it to roll when I tap the button instead of when I release it, so 100% on me. Oh. Yeah, it's really hard to get that counter damage just because of the roll attack not actually aiming at him, you know, so you have to wait that moment until you're not going to do a rolling attack anymore. Oh my god. Skill issue on my part. Oh my god, I am shocked I dodged that. Okay. Honestly, I should probably just be doing attacks. Trying to heal doesn't seem to be doing me any favors. Yeah, not getting that counter damage is really unfortunate. It's really hard to get that here. One more, come on. I probably could have greeted that out. Damn it, if I lose here. Yeah, there we go, second try. All right, so I've been wanting to do Dark Souls 2 videos for a long time. It's just the game is so long, right? So it takes a lot of effort to do a Dark Souls 2 video, on top of just not having the knowledge on it that I did for Dark Souls 1. And as, like, obviously watching a lot of Yasmania has helped a lot in that aspect, but I don't know. Learning it is the hard part, and at this point, I feel like I know enough that I will be able to consistently do Dark Souls 2 runs, but they're also just, like, really, really long. I think this run alone is like 12 hours. I can check real quick. Yeah, 10 hours. And then this one is another run that I'm doing. Actually, all of these are runs. This run is finished, at least. This one's nearly done. This one was a failed version of this one. Steve, I'm sure you can guess what Steve is. But yeah, so Dark Souls 2 takes a long time compared to Dark Souls 1, which makes it harder to do videos on it because it takes a lot more time. So I understand why Yasmania does the live commentary. It makes it a lot easier. I might do more runs like this with the live commentary, but it's really fun. It's a really good game. It has a lot more build variety and also a lot more ways to take advantage of builds. Like this, obviously I'm using Dark Weapon, Sunlight Blade, Whisper of Despair, all that, but I'm also taking advantage of the counterattacks, and you just don't really have a weapon where you have to rely on counterattacks in Dark Souls 1. Like, you have the Lucerne or whatever that can take huge advantage of it, but you don't have to in order to get good damage out of it. This just has insane counter damage, and it's so much fun to use. So yeah, I really, really like this playthrough. Here are the stats if you want to know. And I highly recommend playing through with this weapon. I'm shocked no one has done a video like this before. I could have swore I saw a Yasmania video where he used it, but this was just a really good time. Highly, highly recommend if you like Dark Souls 2. If you don't like Dark Souls 2, maybe try it with this weapon. You'll have a better time. But you do have to understand that you need to take advantage of counter damage and everything. Oh wait, I almost forgot a boss. Hold on. There we go. Now we did all the bosses. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all. And I would especially like to thank Jesus T-Pose for our sins, Eth, Lilith the Hammer Witch, Aora, Lamb Estisol, Paladit, Nick Possum, Krista, Howling Nocturne, Ryasune21, Rakuna, White Flame, Manarok, and Ryan Rickard. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I don't know how to end this.